Welcome to Pydle Day 41. Pydle is a daily puzzle, similar to word games like Wordle, but with a coding twist. So you have to solve the puzzle by writing Python code. In addition to Pydle is I now show the name of the puzzle. So even though it takes a bit of imagination, there is some sort of a theme to the little daily graphic. So today's one is the sun. There's a sunspot, then a little rocket flying in front of the sun. Have a go solving this. As usual, I will now solve yesterday's puzzle, which was a window with a mountain scene, a snow-capped mountain, and an eagle there. Now, the key to solving Pydles is to look for patterns. Now, what I can see is that all these groups of colors are all groups of three pixels. So I'm going to try and solve that by just having a loop of 3 iterations. As usual, we don't have to worry about the black because black is default color, so the window frame is not something we need to worry about. So I'm going to start with for I in range 3. So the simplest one is obviously the green. So let's just do that. Pydle. So it starts at pixel number 1. So we need to do I 1 plus I for the X. It's on row number 3. We need a little tree emoji. Okay, you can use your emoji keyboard or on your phone, and that's green. Okay, so we've got the tree line there. Let's tackle the white next. Okay, so we need to do something with white. Now, what we usually do with when we do kind of for I in range 25, we rely on the modulus and integer division to kind of divide the sequence into rows and columns. So we should be able to use modulus. So the first, if we're probably going to draw this upside down, do the 2 pixels and the next one. So if we do modulus 2, we'll be able to get the 2 pixels there, and then the next one on the next row. So bear with me. So what we need to do is the X needs to be 1, so it's offset by 1 pixel plus I modulus 2. So it's going to do 0, 1, and then 0 again there. So that should be our X's, but what do we need to do for the Y's? We need to draw it from the bottom, and that is pixel number 2, or index 2, so you need to do 2 minus, and then I integer division 2, and that, and white. So this requires a bit of more complex logical thinking, but hopefully you can figure that out, why that works. Okay, so we're going to do a similar thing with the blue, but with the blue we don't need to do it from the bottom, we can do it from the top. But in that case, the X is going to be going from the right. So what we're going to do that is pixel number 3. We're going to do 3 minus I modulus 2. So you can see it's going to go 0, 1, 0, but then it's 3 minus, so it's going to be 3, 2, 3. So that's going to be make sense for our x values, and y is offset by 1 pixel, so we need 1 plus, and here we can just do integer division. Okay, there's no character, and it needs to be blue for the sky. Okay, so that's a nice and short one, but this is kind of a more fun one because you had to kind of think a little bit. Obviously, there are different ways of solving that. You can basically do some if statements if you wanted to, kind of just loop through the 9 pixels and do some if statements. I would love to see some comments on the videos on TikTok or YouTube or Reddit. Okay, I did something wrong. Oh, I forgot about the eagle. Okay, so we need to do in the sky. We need to do a character, and we need to do it. So it's going to be I is 0, 1, 2. So when I equals 1, we need to draw the eagle. Okay, so let's get the eagle. There's our eagle. And we can do an inline or ternary if I equals 1, else no character. Okay. And that should solve it. Okay, if you go to the hamburger menu, go to help, you see there's a link to the Reddit community and the YouTube, and then I also post these on TikToks. W3 Schools is an excellent resource to learn Python, so play around with Pydle and then have fun solving today's picture of a sun.